Hello students, this is Manasvi from Soham Edu World, and students, welcome back to your online lecture series of class 10. Students, we are studying third chapter of mathematics 2, that is circle. In today's lecture, we have to see question number 23, 24 and 25 from problem set 3. Okay, so let's start with the question number 23. What is the question given? In figure, two circles intersect at points M and N. So see here, there are two circles which intersect at point M and point N. Seconds drawn through M and N intersect the circles at point R, S and PQ respectively. This is 1 second, this is another second. Intersects in point R, P, Q, S. Okay. Then we have to prove segment SQ parallel to segment RP. Segment SQ parallel to segment RP. This is what we have to prove. Okay. So first we have to write the given part, then to prove, then construction. So see here, given is what? Two circles intersect each other at points M and N. Okay. What we have to prove? This segment and this segment, these two segments are parallel to each other, means segment SQ parallel to segment RP, and construction, join segment MN. You have to join these 2 points with the segment MN. Okay, so this is given to prove and construction part. Now we will see how to write its proof. Now let's see the proof. What we have to write in this proof? See, there are two quadrilaterals formed by joining this segment MN, yes or no? And these two quadrilaterals are cyclic. Why? Because all its vertices are on the circle, yes or no? So by the definition, we can say quadrilateral MNQS is a cyclic quadrilateral, yes or no? And reason is by definition. So what we can write, therefore angle MNQ plus angle MSQ, opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral, are what? Supplementary. So we can write this angle MNQ plus angle MSQ is equal to 180 degree. Number it as equation 1. Reason is theorem of cyclic quadrilateral. Also RPNM is a cyclic quadrilateral. Same reason by definition. Therefore, but what we have to write here? We have to use the corollary of cyclic quadrilateral, which says this is a quadrilateral which is cyclic. Angle MNQ is its exterior angle. So this exterior angle is congruent to what? Opposite angle of its adjacent interior angle, means adjacent interior angle of MNQ is this MNP, and opposite of this is MRP. So what I have to write? Angle MRP equal to angle MNQ. Number it as equation 2. Reason is corollary of cyclic quadrilateral. Now from 1 and 2, instead of MNQ I can write MRP. So I am writing here angle MRP plus angle MSQ is equal to 180 degree from 1 and 2. So for MRP, what I can write? This angle is nothing but angle SRP, and MSQ is nothing but RSQ. Yes or no? Reason is R dash M dash S. Now see this SRP and RSQ. These are forming what? Interior angles pair. Yes or no? So I have to write here, but they are the pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal RS for lines RP and SQ. So right here, but they are the pair of interior angles on the same side of transversal RS on lines SQ and RP. Therefore, by interior angles test, I can say segment SQ parallel to segment RP, because we are getting the pair of interior angles is supplementary. So we can use the interior angles test here so that we can prove these two segments, segment SQ and RP, are parallel to each other. Are you getting this, class? So this is that much simple. You have to write this proof in your notebook. Now let's see the question number 24. What is the question given? First I'll read it. In the adjoining figure, two circles intersect each other at points A and E. So here these are two circles which intersect each other at point A and E. Their common secant through E intersects the circles at points B and D. This is the common secant through E which intersects the circle at point B and this circle at point D. The tangents of the circles at points B and D intersect each other at point C. Now, this is one tangent, this is another tangent through point B and point D. Intersect each other at point C. Okay, we have to prove that quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. We have to prove this. Quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so first we have to write given to prove and construction part. So what we have to write in given? There are two circles intersect each other at point A and E. Segment BC and segment CD are the tangents to the circle and BD is their common tangent. Then to prove quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic. And what is the construction? We have to draw this segment AB, AE and AD. Join these points AB, AE and AD. This is the construction part. Now we'll see proof. Now in proof is very simple. See, angle EBC equal to angle EAB. Where is EBC? EBC. This angle formed by tangent and secant, and EAB. This is angle EAB intercepts the same arc as that of angle EBC. So these two angles are congruent. Where we have studied this? In alternate statement for tangent secant theorem. Yes or no? In that we have studied this. Same way, angle EDC, this angle formed by tangent and secant, and this angle EAD intercepts same arc. So these two angles are also congruent. So number it as equation 1 and equation 2. Reason is common for both these equations. Alternate statement for tangent secant theorem. Okay, then in triangle BCD, focus on this triangle BCD. You have to add all the angles of this triangle. So I am writing as angle DBC plus angle BDC plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. DBC, BDC and BCD is equal to 180 degree. Now instead of DBC, what I can write? EBC. Yes or no? So I am writing here instead of DBC I am writing EBC. Same way for BDC I can write EDC and BCD as it is. Reason is B dash E dash D. These 3 points are collinear. So instead of EBC what I can write? Angle EAB. And instead of EDC what I can write? Angle EAD. So angle EAB plus angle EAD plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Reason is from 1, 2 and 3. Now we have to add these two angles by angle addition property. EAB plus EAD, what we get? This whole angle BAD. So instead of these two I am writing here angle BAD plus angle BCD is equal to 180 degree. Now angle BAD and angle BCD are what? Opposite angles in a quadrilateral. Yes or no? So by converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem, what we can say? Here we are getting opposite pair is supplementary. Yes or no? So we can write quadrilateral ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral by converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. So Are you getting it, class? This proof is also very simple. Okay, so write down this in your notebook. Now let's see the last question. This is little bit bigger question, okay, or lengthy question. See, in the adjoining figure, segment AD perpendicular to side BC, segment BE perpendicular to side AC, and segment CF is perpendicular to side AB. Point O is the orthocenter. Prove that point O is the incenter of triangle DEF. DEF means we have to join these segments. Okay. Now you should know orthocenter means what and incenter means what. It is the intersection of, incenter is the intersection of what? Angle bisectors of every angle of this triangle. Okay. This is the incenter. And orthocenter means what? It is the intersection of what? Perpendicular bisectors of the sides. Okay. So remember this thing. Now see what is given. Segment AD perpendicular to side BC, AD perpendicular to BC, BE perpendicular to AC, and CF perpendicular to AB. This much thing is given. To prove point O is the incenter. This point is incenter of triangle DEF. So draw DE, EF and DF. Okay. Let's see the proof. See, angle OFA is equal to angle OEA is equal to 90 degree. Why? Because CF is perpendicular to AB, B is perpendicular to AC. That is nothing but OF is perpendicular to AB and OE is perpendicular to AC. So therefore this angle and this angle makes 90 degree angle with its segments. So angle OFA equal to angle OEA equal to 90 degree. If we add these two, angle OFA plus angle OEA, 90 plus 90 is 180. So in this quadrilateral OFAE, opposite angles are supplementary. So we can say this quadrilateral is a cyclic quadrilateral. Yes or no? Converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. So we are writing here quadrilateral OFAE is a cyclic quadrilateral, and reason is converse of cyclic quadrilateral theorem. So therefore points OFAE are what? Concyclic points, means these points lying on the same circle. Okay. Then therefore segment OE subtends equal angles, angle OFE and angle OAE, OFE and OAE on the same side of OE. Okay, on the same side of OE. So therefore what we can say, these two angles are congruent. Angle OFE equal to angle OAE. We have studied that corollary, na? So therefore angle OFB equal to angle ODB. Now OFB equal to angle ODB, OFB and ODB, because these are also perpendicular, na? So this and this 90 degree. If we add this to OFB plus ODB, we will get sum as 180 degree. These are also opposite angles of the quadrilateral. So this is also a cyclic quadrilateral. So we can say quadrilateral OFBD is a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore these points are also concyclic. OFBD are concyclic points. Yes or no? So therefore segment OD subtends equal angles, angle OFD and angle OBD, OFD and OBD on the same side of OD. Yes or no? So therefore angle OFD equal to angle OBD. Same, the corollary. Now, in triangle AEO, in triangle AEO, this focus on this triangle AEO, and triangle BDO, AEO and BDO. Angle AEO equal to angle BDO, both are 90 degrees. Then angle AOE, AOE equal to angle BOD, vertically opposite angles. So therefore, these two triangles are similar to each other by AA test of similarity, angle test. So therefore, what we can say, angle OAE equal to angle OBD, this angle congruent to this angle. Therefore, angle OAE equal to angle OBD. Number it as equation 3. Reason is corresponding angles of similar triangle CACST. Okay. So now see 1, 2 and 3. Here what we have written, angle OFE equal to angle OAE. Here angle OFD equal to angle OBD. Here OAE equal to OBD. So what we can say, angle OFE equal to angle OFD from 1, 2 and 3. So angle OFE equal to angle OFD. This and this are what? Equal angles. Yes or no? So this segment is what? Angle bisector. Definitely, if these divided angles are congruent, means having equal measure, then this segment definitely will be angle bisector. So therefore, ray FO bisects angle EFD. Therefore, ray FO bisects angle EFD. Similarly, we can prove ray EO and ray DO bisects angle FED and angle FDE respectively. So therefore, point O is the intersection of angle bisectors of angle D, angle E and angle F. So hence we can say point O is the incenter of triangle DEF. Are you getting me, class? By this method we can prove this intersection of angle bisectors is nothing but incenter of this triangle. Are you getting me, class? So write this proof properly in your notebook and try to understand it. It is a little bit difficult to write. Okay. So I hope all 3 questions are clear to you. So here chapter 3 of mathematics 2 is finished. Okay. So students, in today's lecture I'll stop now, and in next lecture we will meet with the new topic. Till then students, bye bye.